Five, four, three, two, one. This is the Jedi Zero Eight, also known as Jeremy the Jedi Guillory, and this is part four of our series of uh, Kayfabe, breaking down Kayfabe. When we left off, we were talking about um, concerts and Chris Jericho, our concert there, into what the experience was like for a Fozzy concert, what to do, not to do for anything like that. Um, just random things. Mike was talking about his experience with trying to join Raw in Rochester, New York, um, situations like that. Um, hits, misses, things that of that nature. So this is going to be part four. We got about another hour left of content that we are going to be breaking down. This may be the last one as of this recording, or there may be one more. It depends on what it is. I'm still doing the edits as of this recording at this time. I have the stopping place bookmarked in our system. It's just that I'm just waiting for it to load up in the program I'm using um, as of this specific recording at this time. So be ready. Um, this is going to be a very intense um, episode, and you'll find out at the very end if this is going to be the last one or if we're going to part five. Um, there's a lot of stuff to talk about with kayfabe. Um, it's been a very fun ride, very interesting ride at that. So you know, 3 month or 2.5 months of doing all this and being delayed has been immense, immense. Um, and needless to say, I am so ready to get this over with. This show, this series over with at this time. I'm ready and I'm excited to actually finish up the editing process and determine exactly what we're going to be doing, what we're doing ahead of time. At the end of the at the end of this project, I will have a special announcement to make about the future of the show. So that is coming up very soon. Um, I cannot guarantee it's going to be at the end of this episode or if there's going to be something for the next episode. Um, but yes, yes. It has been very long, very tedious. It is currently November 15th. So, yeah, yeah, 2.5 months. Way too long to really work on a project like this. Way too long. This should have been done back in September. Just so y'all know, this should have been done back in September, and we should have been rolling along with more content than what we have been lately. It is unreal, unreal. I cannot believe on how much this project's been so far. Um, but yeah, without further delay, here is part four. Thank you and enjoy.
Financially, basically.
Yeah.
Almost won this time. It was very close.
Yeah.
5 raw event.
Who knows?
Made
If
it.
this if this podcast and this show gets streamlined and we get a lot more
It's gonna take time.
subscribers,
It's gonna take time.
it,
People are gonna
it,
like our topics,
yeah,
but
it'll take
remember,
time.
remember we lost a few with Chris Benoit. We lost a few.
Yeah,
Hey, you don't like it tough. We telling the truth here. We don't
we
speculate.
go by
Well, the internet's or I go by news stories and stuff like that because like I said, I'm in the field of the and that thing is real. I can find
I
stories right now of football players doing bad things with their head injuries.
I pride myself
That's a lot worse than Benoit's.
I pride myself on staying 100% facts. That
Yes,
doesn't
but
go by
I do.
rumors. That doesn't go
I
by
don't look everything up. I just
speculation.
remember my brain or watch DVD documentaries again, and
Yeah,
that's how I figure things out because they always
yeah,
tell the truth
yeah.
on those things. I don't.
I look
I
for
find about three dirt sheets are former indie wrestlers or former people that used to work for wrestling organizations that know what they're talking about.
yeah,
I
yeah,
only do three dirt sheets. They always
yeah,
tell you that connections
yeah,
to all these organizations. And
yeah.
only three
We
things I'll work at. That's onewrestling.com with Bill Apter. One guy doing one in Australia, but he has connections with a lot of wrestlers. And another person, another duo who do like speculation shows, and then that following week they find the facts.
yeah,
Just to see what fans think, what they know, what they don't know. I
yeah,
forgot what it's called, but that's another one I go on. That's really interesting. They tell you a fact, see if it's true or not, and let the fans look it up.
yeah,
Those are the only three I'll go to because they always tell the truth.
yeah.
They're
So
not lying. They're not lying.
and
I
if
go on
we
to she's like crap
and
like
if
that. That's why I
and
teach myself the truth.
of course if we run into false information or
We'll correct it.
misinformation, we will correct it the next
Correct
week.
it following back. It's like we did a Hulk Hogan. We
Yeah,
found out later what happened.
yeah. We
After we
found out
speculated what
what
happened, and we
happened.
found out the truth afterwards.
Yeah,
That's why
yeah,
that's why the plane ride we did that first.
yeah.
Correct
We
ourselves.
found
If
out.
we correct ourselves, we mess up.
Yeah,
You know, you tell us something where you didn't say you think we'll look it up and then we'll correct it.
yeah,
That's why we have the fans telling us, where your opinions are.
yeah.
That helps us. If we do something wrong, we love mistakes. Remember what YouTuber early
We're
we make
human.
mistakes.
Humans
Almost
make
make mistakes.
mistakes.
Don't just do it on the fly what we find out on the internet, or I do it on top of my head because, like I said, I've watched wrestling a lot of years, or
Yeah,
40 years
yeah.
of watching wrestling. So I go by what I see or what I hear.
If we
Then
see,
I look it up afterwards.
yeah, yeah.
So that's how I go on the
And
fly because I'm a fan for a long
and one
time.
of the biggest things about this podcast and about the show is that t- we will tend to go beyond the kayfabe.
Yep.
We can break down the
Our own
kayfabe.
opinions. Our own opinions. We always be honest.
Yeah,
I'll never lie to the fans or
yeah,
anything. I might
yeah,
say a flip or two if I forget stuff, but you always corrected me on it. And
yeah,
sometimes I do that sometimes,
yeah,
I get too ahead of myself. So they correct me and then I remember after that.
yeah,
Everybody does the same thing in the other podcast. If I forget something, he corrects me.
yeah,
No matter what topic we do.
yeah,
It happens.
yeah.
And I tell him facts he doesn't even
Mandela
know. And he
effects
says, really?
happen.
It happened? He didn't even know because he's not wrestling a long time, but he didn't get, like the behind the scenes thing until like I did.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's how I learned there.
There's different things that would go on. Facts.
People don't disagree with topics.
Yeah,
That's what we're here for.
yeah.
Everybody's got their own opinion. We research these stuff. We look at this stuff. We go through everything. We're not like I'm not
Throughout
putting down the other podcasters, but we're trying to tell you the truth. Basically, I know we're a
throughout
very
the
small
week.
show right now, but hopefully in the future we get more
Yeah,
people
yeah.
word of mouth.
Throughout the weeks, we do look at the different stories. We do
Yeah,
look
we
at
talk.
what all's matching
Yeah, we
with
talk once in a
everything.
while. We turn on this and we talk. Tell what topic we're going to do. And sometimes we have to change topic when something major happens, like we did
Yeah,
last with the Hulk Hogan thing. We are supposed to do
like
this a few weeks ago, but we decided to talk about Hulk Hogan instead.
yeah,
It was that well, the play right from hell. Last week's supposed to been this, but we had to postpone it because we got the Hulk Hogan. We need to show on
yeah,
that. You
yeah.
never know. We plan something and then something happens. We'll do that.
Definitely, definitely.
We change everything. We don't do everything because we don't post nothing what we're doing because we always change.
Yeah,
So that's the thing about us. We'll just
yeah,
do what we have to do.
yeah. So usually we try to plan each episode
Mm-hmm.
uh, several weeks in advance so we would know exactly what we're going to be talking about.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Sometimes I'm going to research something to see if there's an anniversary or something coming up and talk about that.
Yeah, but I hear say from Facebook and every outlets I look at to make sure
Yeah,
something happens that we should
yeah,
talk about. So
yeah,
I
and
research that all the time on social media. There's all that stuff I already know. A
yeah,
lot of stuff I
yeah,
don't know.
yeah,
Oh, if anybody gets A&E, I don't know if it's A&E or Reels. One of them has a thing that was on last year. I thought was very interesting. Territories. Each week they had people from the territory talk about stories, even stories you didn't even know what happened way back when behind the scenes, like 10 week. It's all
yeah,
indies. It's not WE, WCW,
yeah,
anything. It's all the indies, the territories back then. They had the wrestling make you understand why I had territories. I mean, you get big stars on there. You get Cornette was on there. You got Von Erich was on one of them. I mean, you get a lot of these big stars in WE who started those bars and talking about what happened when they were in it. Like, for example, one, I'm not saying which one, one had a guy beaten up so bad, brawling, a fan hit him, broke his eye.
yeah,
Trying to stay his character, and they got violent with him. And during the match, he lost
definitely.
his eye too. But like I said, you should watch this. I mean, it's very interesting. You think Dark Side tells everything? No. Jericho goes wide with the research. These wrestlers decided to come and do their own stories, like 10-week thing. Right? See, it's called, I forgot what it's called.
The,
It's Territories is his name. So you look it up either on A&E or Reels. Watch it. It
it's
is very
Vice
good.
TV.
10 1-hour shows. They get really in depth into the violence. So if you're
Yes,
squeamish, I won't recommend watching it. They'll talk about it, make your stomach turn. A
it's
lot of
on
stuff.
Vice TV.
Vice, thank you.
Yeah,
But I didn't know which one, right? But
the
I don't have
the
you on.
yeah.
That's really,
I
it's
have to
really
look it
good.
up
I loved
on.
it. I loved it. It was
Yeah,
really good. Getting
yeah.
these
Tell
wrestlers
I
come
think
up
it's
there and
called
really
Tales
story.
from the
Thank
Territories.
you, thank you. That's a good show. 10 week. That was a good. I loved it. I
Yeah,
really did. It got really what WE knows didn't tell you when they owned the territories. It did tell you the whole story.
yeah.
The wrestlers were there
The
and
the
told the story.
best way to find out facts regarding certain situations is from the people themselves.
Yes, you always
Um,
listen to people because there's some speculation, but they'll
yeah,
tell you what really happened.
yeah,
They also talk
yeah,
about Bruiser
yeah,
Brody
yeah,
in one of the episodes too, about his
yeah,
career in
yeah.
WCCW
So
thing. They take a whole little section they
that's
talk about Bruiser Brody, why
yeah,
they miss him, why they wish he was still here. He actually loved wrestling.
yeah,
He was brother. He actually knew the sport back in his hand.
yeah. That's why I like to go to comic cons and different things
Yes, how about the old stuff? About the old stuff, yes,
to talk to them about different things.
yes, but the old start career stuff
Especially
like that. Yes,
the
that's very
best
good. Good
time to talk to a retired wrestler
Mm-hmm.
is when no one else is around. So when there's not a big crowd at their
Yeah,
table,
some of the older wrestlers, these young people heard of, but they don't really
yeah,
know them. That's why they don't go to those people.
yeah, yeah. So they don't
Because
mind talking.
they don't know them very well,
Yeah,
or they had a short career, or they just forget about
yeah, yeah.
it. That
So
happens.
those guys, um, they would either be so old that people, the younger generation don't know them,
Right.
or they would be there would be so bad publicity about their character or
Yes.
gimmick that people are scared to actually talk to them or meet them in person. They'll
What
go to
happened to
the
Virgil?
panel, but
What
they
happened to
won't
Virgil?
talk to them in
Yeah.
person.
What happened to
Um,
Virgil? He tried to get his merchandise to no one at Comic Con, so he did it out of his own list.
yeah,
He was homeless. I mean, no one wanted to talk to the guy or buy his merchandise, and the other wrestlers started getting back at him. Like
yeah,
DiBiase helped him out a little bit.
yeah,
Trying to get him back. He started getting merchandise sold again. Then he
yeah.
passed away before he can get bigger.
The,
Because everybody forgot about him because he didn't know he was homeless. He didn't know he was doing this and that, trying
yeah,
to his
no,
whole
no
life
one
fell
knew.
apart because of drugs and alcohol that
Yeah,
killed his career. He's
yeah.
just trying to come back.
So, so
So that things happen
someone's
like that.
going to,
You never know anybody. A lot of
yeah,
my bosses do successful secondary careers like Jericho and stuff.
yeah,
But
yeah.
these
So,
wrestlers, go homeless and then they're all
yeah,
on
yeah.
forgotten.
So people are going to be asking me, especially after this podcast,
Go ahead.
um, how is it that I found out so much about or was able to talk to um, some of these guys like Nikita Koloff,
Yeah.
um,
Uh,
JBL,
Steve Simpson's his real name. So
yeah,
That's his real name. A lot
Koloff,
of people don't know. A lot of people don't know that.
JBL. Um,
Yep. Oh, did you see the poster put on there of him in his football interview?
yeah,
I thought it was funny.
yeah,
Act like Hulk
yeah,
Hogan. That was
yeah.
hilarious.
And also talked to Rosie and Roman Reigns.
Yep.
Those guys, people are going to say, well, how am I able to get all this information directly from them? Especially if some of them are old school.
You sit there
With
and talk to them like a regular person. You don't talk
talk to
Dono.
them like a regular person. That's all
Just
you
talk
gotta
Dono. Don't
do.
talk Dono. They don't want to talk to you.
All you gotta do. That's all I did. Was I walked up to
Like a
their
regular person. They want to treat you as a superstar. They want to treat you like regular
for
people. Most of the
JBL
time.
and for Nikita.
Mm-hmm.
All I did was walk up to their podium or
Yep.
to the
You talk to them
table,
like a normal person. That's all you
introduce
got to do.
myself.
They'll talk to you.
Yeah,
You
no
don't
one
talk
else
to a
was
normal person,
around.
they'll talk to you. They'll hide and they think you're an
Yeah,
asshole. That's their
I
gimmicks. The real people outside wrestling,
for
treat them as a gimmick when they're
yeah,
outside
yeah.
wrestling. That's bullshit.
First thing that do whenever I walk up to them is say, "Hey, I'm Jeremy.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
They'll start talking
I'm
to you.
I am a wrestling fan. You know, there are some questions that I want to ask you respectfully.
And
Um,
if they don't want to, they say they'll
yeah,
decline, and you
yeah,
respect them on that.
yeah, and they're willing to answer the questions.
A lot of them are
Uh,
afraid to.
some
Because they
are
know sooner,
afraid
they know
to.
sooner or later it's going to hit the
Yeah,
media. They can tell you now.
yeah, yeah. So
Everything on the open. They know
yeah,
media's going to get catchy sooner or later.
yeah.
That's why these wrestlers
So
openly talk to you now. Because they
that
know,
there,
the media's out there.
and the biggest thing is that when you're at a Comic Con and you see someone at a table all by themselves, generally the first thing that you need to do is just look at who they are, talk to them, try to get to know them, and see if it's worth getting their autographs. That's usually on how I feel things with them.
Right.
Talk about the
Don't mind
career,
talking to
talk
you.
about what they've done.
A lot don't talk to you loud and well.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
depends on
yeah,
the situation you're at.
yeah.
If you're at an airport and they're trying to deflect, they won't talk to you. But they
Don't talk to them
private.
at an
What
airport.
with you? If they're with their wife or other people they hang
Yeah,
out with
yeah.
outside wrestling, you don't go
So
up to them.
yeah,
You just
so
leave them alone.
the big key thing is don't talk to them at the airport. Do not
Don't talk
talk to
about
them about
situation unless they want to.
yeah. Don't talk to them at restaurants or anything.
Unless they're by themselves, they'll talk to you.
Yeah,
But other
yeah.
times they're with somebody, you do not go up to them. I've heard a
You
lot
do
of things in the
not go
past.
up to any celebrity
What happens? They get
whatsoever.
disrespected. They're with their wife or kid or something. They get disrespected. They want to be alone. They want to be
Yeah,
left
yeah,
alone. You don't want their
yeah.
kids in the media. That's why a lot of people don't have the families in the media. They keep it
If
private.
they're at their kid's football game, do
Yep.
not walk up to them and ask them for an
Right.
autograph.
Right. Unless you're sitting there talking about the game.
Yeah, yeah.
Occasional
Um,
talking, they'll talk occasionally, but you don't go up and respect them.
yeah, yeah.
Bad
Now,
thing.
if there's a crowd around them and he's giving out autographs, yeah, you
That
can
doesn't do it.
get
Guys is getting paid for to do that. He will
yeah,
talk to the fans. They will talk.
yeah,
He or she will talk to the fans.
yeah, yeah.
Like
But
like I said, a lot of these days people have everything's separate from wrestling.
yeah,
But everybody's still trying to get a picture of Alexa Bliss's kid. Trying to get a fake picture. She presses the face all the
don't
time.
do
Her
that.
Ryan want to be private. Her Ryan want to be private. When Ryan's on tour, he has the baby. He has the baby with him. When she's in wrestling, she has the baby. Just until they parent, because they both have two careers. That's what took Alexa a long time to come back. She wanted to make sure her family life was secure, and Ryan wasn't on tour, or to find someone that can actually babysit the baby. One family member, and then go do their thing. That's why she
That
decided to come
is
back slowly, just to make sure. I think back to this took a little while to come back. She wanted to make sure her family's
yeah, yeah.
secure.
So that is 100% true.
That's why someone
So
come back sometimes because they want to have their family. But
yeah,
then when
yeah,
I come
yeah.
back, to make
So
sure everything's set and everything's
yeah,
taken care of, and that's going to
yeah,
happen.
yeah. So situation and environment is the biggest key
Yes,
to talking to any
yes,
celebrity whatsoever, whether
yes,
it's a football player,
yes. Whoever you talk to.
wrestler, actor, whatever.
Um,
So
keep talking. I gotta do something a little bit. Be
yeah,
right
yeah,
back.
yeah. So so that is how I get some of the information, and some of the information I will omit because it's just between me and them for the most part. Um, and just chit chatting and get to know them. So if there's any information that I feel that does not need to be set out publicly, I will respectfully say that they don't. That the only way that they're going to do it is for themselves if they do it. So yes, have I talked to Ted DiBiase personally? Yes. Have I talked to Rosie personally? Yes. Roman personally? Yes. Um,
Oh,
all those guys I
oh,
have personally talked to.
oh,
Really and truly the only wrestlers that I've not talked to in depthly has just been Chris Jericho and Ric
yeah,
Flair. Out of
yeah.
the
First time like medical problems, right? That's why he's not. That's why he's not more private. He's fighting medical battles.
yeah
He's not getting any younger. That's why we don't talk to fans that much anymore.
yeah.
Hey
I
Jericho,
mean
he's always busy doing
you can
stuff, and
go
you gotta be careful. With Jericho, you gotta kind of be careful. You don't know what Jericho can get, but
yeah
he loves his fans. It's just if he gets
with
pissed off at a concert or anyone gets pissed off, they won't talk to the fans afterwards. They'll refuse.
yeah. So with Ric Flair especially, the
It's just like,
situation with him was that there was just too big of a crowd.
yeah, the
Um,
crowds too are gonna stop him
that
from doing that.
you can't talk to him a famous person or celebrity or actor or whatever when there's
Or you try to get him on your podcast, you have to pay him money to do it. Which I'm not being mean, but you know, a lot of people can't pay you. We
no
don't
no
meet the
no
price range. That's
no
why they don't come on small shows like this. They want to get paid to talk to, this and that. We're not here to get paid.
they're
We're not getting paid ourselves. We do this on our free time.
no.
We just
I did do
no
some
one will pay
research on
for
that.
us. I don't want to do
I
this.
did do some research on that.
Okay.
So I did Google, are celebrities being interviewed getting paid for their interviews on podcasts? And
Right.
most of the time, they are not. They're just
Yeah,
doing
it
that
depends on
for
where you go
free
on. Depends on the
publicity.
popularity, who you talk to, the
Yeah,
popularity of your podcast.
yeah. They
So
would
that's what I go
be
by
trying
sometimes.
to popularize the podcast most.
Like you go on Booker T show, they don't pay anybody. They're just friends. Big
Yeah.
old small shows like this,
So
they want money.
yeah, But the big issue that we're having with this podcast and bringing in the guest
And
is
we're still in our infancy, folks. Still in our first, what is this, fourth month
th-
now or
this
fifth month?
is this is
Fourth
our
or fifth
first
month now?
year of doing it.
I know we're like fourth or fifth month into it,
Yeah,
something like that.
we're all doing trial and error, but also some of the guys that we wouldn't mind bringing on the show
Mm-hmm.
also have their own personal podcast.
Yeah, a lot
So
of them do.
that creates a conflict of interest. So you're not going to see us bring in people like Ric Flair, JBL,
Or Booker
um,
T or anybody else
Booker
like that because they got
T,
their own podcast.
Undertaker. None of
Unless they
those.
want to, unless they want to,
Yeah, unless they want
unless they
to.
want to, they want to be interviewed. They'll contact you. Don't
Yeah,
contact them
yeah,
because they do.
e-
They look all over the internet and want a podcast
yeah,
and see which ones they want to go on.
yeah.
You know, some of the
Even
season won't go on right now until they get until we get polished and
yeah,
stuff. Then they'll
yeah.
come on. But still, they're
And
still doing a little show.
even for my friend, that I've
JYU's son,
yeah.
your buddy, you're trying to get on here. Which no rush.
Well, even for my childhood friend that worked in WWE, um,
Yeah, no rush on that.
I cannot rush him on that. I'm giving him the
No, don't ever rush any
I
Wrestle Daily
am
podcast.
okay.
Never.
So I'm not
Never. Forget
personally
that.
inviting him on here.
If he wants to come on here,
It,
he can come on.
so
No questions asked.
I'm not personally inviting him on here, but there's like 2 or 3 reasons why I'm not inviting him on here
Okay, go
right
right
now.
ahead. I
Okay,
know.
so first one is I am sharing the videos with him for him and his wife to watch.
Oh, okay, cool. They're watching us then. Okay,
Yeah.
that's cool.
They're watching it.
Cool.
I'm giving them the opportunity to critique. on the situations.
Right?
Um, I'm not using his name for privacy
No,
reasons.
don't use the name of your friends. Don't
Yeah,
ever do that.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
bad. If
So
you're trying to keep your friends, keep them up there till they want
yeah,
you to use
yeah.
your name.
I
I'm
don't
not if I
want
don't,
to
I
share
don't ask his
something
name.
personal.
If I never ask you his name because
Yeah,
you don't want
yeah,
to say,
yeah,
I respect that.
yeah,
Keep
yeah.
your
So
friends.
I try to keep things out of personal because of
Right.
different things. Um, because
I
we're
respect that.
yeah, yeah. There's several different things that we live by. We've grown up together, and
Yes.
there's stuff that needs to be that
It's stuff that don't need to be said.
that don't need to be
Same thing.
said.
Same thing with me.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
see much of my friends anymore because they're all grown up and living out of state and stuff. We
And
keep in touch.
thirdly, he's been guest on several other podcasts.
Yeah, he's been
He
so busy.
advertises that he's going to be a guest on this podcast.
Yeah, he's been so busy. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
completely
and
understandable. But everyone wants to talk to him. You know,
yeah,
if he feels like talking to us, welcome to the show.
I
Anybody, I don't care. I'm not in a rush. I'm 54 years old. Still got a lot of years to go, bro.
yeah,
So I can still be around
yeah,
and talk
yeah.
to you.
I mean,
I'll turn 55 pretty soon, folks, in a couple months.
yeah,
So you're older.
yeah, yeah. So it it's not just the topics that
Yes, what
I'm
they want
being
to talk, what they want
aware
to talk,
of.
what they want to talk about.
Is
That's the thing.
whether or not it's going to be something appropriate to talk to him about.
Right.
Because there's
It's
some
something he wants to
topics.
just mention it. If Steve wants to talk about it, wants to talk about something else, do that.
Yeah, yeah,
It's up to him.
yeah.
Wants to talk about something else and some stuff you want to talk about, we're not going to
I
force you.
mean,
I respect it from people
yeah,
like that.
yeah. I mean, I'll talk to him. I mostly talk to him about other stuff because,
We don't talk about wrestling. We talk about
yeah,
anything he wants to
yeah,
talk
yeah,
about. We don't talk
yeah.
about
I
wrestling.
mean,
We don't talk about wrestling all the time anymore. We talk about other topics too now.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean, today.
So throughout the years, I've talked to him about the ins and outs of wrestling, and
Right. It's inside
we've
stuff.
debated and gone in and out about it and everything
Yeah.
to where
That's
we're both exhausted about it.
right. You're tired of
That's
talking about it. Let's talk
yeah,
about other
yeah. Me and
things
him
like
are
that's
both tired of talking about it
same old shit. 'Cause
constantly.
he does it. President does it every podcast. He's getting tired. Like I said,
He
some stuff we won't talk about. He's getting sick and tired of talking
no,
about.
no, no.
That's my opinion on
Me and
some about
him both are tired of talk with that being the only thing
yeah.
that we talk about.
Right.
You
Talk about
know,
other things.
and last time I talked to him, I was like, "Is there anything other than wrestling that we can talk about?"
Right.
Because we've talked
So
about every in and out of wrestling that can be possible.
we talk about
There's got to
people.
be
We talk
something
about everything.
else more that we have in common other than that.
Yeah.
We're both fathers. You
There you
know,
go.
is there anything that we can
I'm not.
talk about with
I'm not.
that?
I raised a lot of my cousins, so I'm a
Yeah,
pretty much
yeah,
ready to
yeah,
father, but I'm never gonna
yeah.
be a father. So
We're both
that's the thing in my
parents.
life.
Where you know, how's your son doing? You know, any
Personal stuff.
advice that you would like for me
Yeah,
to give
personal,
you?
personal stuff,
Anything
basically.
like that. Baseball. You have a big baseball collection. Is
I'm a
there
diehard
any?
baseball fan. You know
Yeah,
about baseball? I'm a diehard fan of
yeah,
baseball. I
yeah,
grew up
yeah.
watching.
Is there anything other than that was the biggest thing? Is there anything other than wrestling that we can
Yes.
talk about?
We talk anything
You
with
know,
wrestling, anything else I wrestling talk about too. I'm
yeah, yeah,
just have a
and
conversation. That's all we have. You know, trying to piss
yeah, yeah,
people
yeah.
off. You know.
That way we don't get burnt out with
Yeah,
just talking
we'll get
about
burned out talking
wrestling.
about wrestling and seeing things you want to talk about. Want to talk about
Yeah,
something else?
yeah, yeah,
More power to you.
yeah.
We can talk
Uh,
about anything besides wrestling.
yeah, yeah.
You
I
want to talk about
mean,
personal life? You don't want personal life to talk about? We won't talk about that either. We'll talk about
yeah,
something
yeah,
else.
yeah.
We're not going
So
to force everybody else's voice out of your throats. I will never do that.
I
I did
don't.
that. I did that earlier in my life because I didn't know it. Because I didn't really know any better. But
Yeah,
over the
yeah.
years, that I've
So
learned, watched, and learned everything. I kind of respect your privacy. So
yeah,
I
yeah,
don't force
yeah,
it.
yeah,
Like I was like 20, 21
yeah,
years
yeah.
old. I'm trying to find out things.
I
Proof I
mean,
couldn't find anything. Then I kind of respected after a while. You know.
yeah,
You talk about other things. You have to talk about wrestling or anything
yeah,
you don't uncomfortable about.
yeah,
I
uh,
learned it. I learned it on the hard way. So
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean,
very hard. I had a strict grandfather who was very disciplined. I mean, there's no such thing as child abuse when he beats you with a belt.
yeah.
Way back when I was a
So
kid. Yeah, that was discipline back in the '70s for child abuse.
Yeah.
For all these
So
timeout. I grew up the old-fashioned way.
yeah, yeah. So and there are some other things that me and him do talk about sometimes.
Okay,
Um, so
that's fine.
it's all fine and good.
Sooner or
When
later,
he
we'll do it.
when he shares the shows on his Facebook and with me, I do watch him and kind of do listen.
Right,
And he just talks about his um, his biography on what all's going on
right.
and things, and that's a good thing. That's a good start. Uh,
Yeah, do you want to talk about? You're just listen
yeah,
to him.
yeah, yeah. So
And then he gives our station good revenue, then he'll decide to do the show,
yeah,
do it
yeah,
on his own
but
terms. Anyone wants to do the show, do it
yeah,
on your
yeah,
own terms.
yeah,
We're not going to force you to hear
but
bells.
yeah,
We'll never do that.
and the interesting thing, and another thing that I know about him is that he tends to be green. So
It's kind of okay when but not too
I mean,
much.
he's not that green. But
He's not really heavy drinking. He just drinks for occasion, like I used to do. I used to drink occasionally. I'm not a hard drinker myself, so I was in my
no, no,
20s.
no,
But
no. He
I
doesn't
used to
drink.
drink.
He doesn't drink.
I thought you said you
Uh,
drink. Sorry,
no, no, no,
you're talking too
um,
long. I thought you said drink. Sorry about that,
no,
buddy.
no, no, no.
You're talking too
Um,
long.
now, will he? If he comes onto the show and if he does charge, will he give me a discount price? Yes. Um,
Yeah, it's your show.
but
You have to pay for it. So
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm just your guest
But
commentator.
I'm like, I, I just got to get a good topic for him to
And just
come
talk
on
with
first.
him. Wait a little bit. See when he decides to come on. I'm
Yeah,
not gonna.
yeah. If he
I'm not gonna force you to tell
decides to
me his
come
name
on,
or anything like that. He's a
but
big star. I will not force you to tell me his
yeah,
name until
yeah,
I
yeah.
meet him.
The
He's
the
ready to
number
meet.
one,
I'm ready to meet you
yeah,
anytime.
yeah. So this topic would have been a good topic to bring him on to, but I just it was a personal choice for me not to invite him
That's
because
his
I
dog.
did because of all the because of
Commitments
the
he
two
made.
podcasts that
Other
he
commitments
was
he other
doing.
commitments he made to. He made prior commitments. Get those
Well,
commitments
it's
out of the
not
way
that
first.
prior commitments. He was free today. He was free today.
Woo! If he
But
didn't
the
answer me,
problem is that I did not want him to overexpose the
yes.
business.
You don't ever want to do that. A
Yeah,
lot
yeah,
of things lately always
because
it's being too exposed lately. You gotta
yeah,
count.
yeah,
Kid,
yeah,
people think they know what they're talking about. And they don't.
yeah, yeah.
Everything's
So
overexposed.
it's to protect him
Yeah.
from his other um, podcast
We
commitments.
think everything calms down first, and then ask when he's not really doing much.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
best time. Best
It's
time to
to
get him.
protect him from his
Best time to
other
get
podcast commitments, so
right.
that people don't say, "Oh, well, he's just exposing the business and things." No, no, that's
No.
not our
We talk,
goal. Not
we
not
talk
our
about
goal.
anything you want to. You talk about
Yeah,
old
yeah,
wrestling, big
yeah,
group watching.
yeah.
We
We
talk about
we
that.
we want
Big
to
group
talk
watching. We talk
about
about that. But you want
we
to talk about his career or anything like
yeah,
that?
yeah.
Hey, that's fine with me.
The history of
Make it
kayfabe
get
is
longer.
a very controversial topic with wrestlers and
Right. A
people
lot of it
inside
is.
wrestling.
Right. It's always controversial topics
Yeah,
around
yeah.
out there right now. I've been
Fans are
reading a
gonna
lot of
love
them.
it.
I read a
I
lot of them on
mean,
Facebook. I got people on Facebook who are the wrestling sites and telling me things too. So tell me what's the truth, what's not the truth. And two of these are actual former professional wrestlers, but they won't name themselves
yeah,
in
yeah,
their
yeah,
site. And I know the ins and outs. I see them. I subscribe to their sites,
yeah,
basically on
yeah,
Facebook.
yeah,
Because they're on
yeah.
Facebook also.
So
Too, I don't know who they are, but they know the ins and outs, and sometimes they correct some of these people. They
yeah,
right to it.
yeah. So it's
I respect like that.
yeah, and this is the reason why this episode is over 2.5 hours long.
We talked about everything. I had time today because I don't work tonight. Usually it's short because I have to
Yeah,
work nights,
yeah,
but
yeah.
on my first day of vacation,
This is,
I talked a
I
lot.
mean, this is going to be our longest episode ever,
Hey, it's like if you have a lot to
because
talk,
there's so
Kayfabe is a
much.
lot. Kayfabe is a big story. There's a lot to talk about and other
Yeah,
things too.
yeah, yeah.
That's related. That's
Yeah,
related to what we're talking about.
yeah. That's why I was trying to break it down to
It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard to break
it's
it down to get the good points and the bad points. Cut it
yeah,
down.
yeah, yeah.
It's gonna be hard for you tonight, buddy.
Because that's why I said last week we could do heel versus face, and you said no, that's kayfabe.
Yeah, that's what
That's
they call
all.
it. Yeah, because a lot of people don't know it's called kayfabe because that's what they call it after it was exposed.
Yeah, yeah. So
Like about the old stuff, the heels and
it,
stuff. That's called kayfabe. That
yeah,
means
yeah.
it's a
So
storyline, basically of the heels and the good guys and the bad guys. That's called storylines. They
yeah,
changed the kayfabe later on.
yeah, yeah. So it all
Later on, so that's
all
why they
the
call it kayfabe.
topics, all the topics,
All
heel
relates
versus
to
face,
kayfabe.
gimmicks, storylines,
All
all
relate to it.
those are all intertwined into kayfabe.
Yep. Roughly what we
We
did with growth.
cannot.
I grew up longer wrestling than he has, so that's why I know more about
Yeah,
this.
yeah. We
Because I watched it when I was a kid and
so
teenager. So
we found
we
out
watched it.
very. I found out very quickly we cannot separate all these topics individually.
No, we can't because
We
you got to keep them one. We can't separate because it's not going to make sense.
Yeah, that's why
That's
it's
a priority.
all intertwined into one whole thing.
Yes, we have to do that,
Um,
or else we do a part one or part two. What
yeah,
we planned on, then
yeah,
it's fine. If we try to split these episodes apart, as we've done in the past by past people that did like
yeah,
us, they tried to do the same thing. It didn't make sense.
yeah, yeah,
That's why we try to
yeah.
put edit
So
one percent out of stuff
yeah,
that we
yeah,
should put in, we shouldn't put in, and
yeah,
what
yeah.
you think basically because
So
everything so far was good.
yeah,
But we did some
yeah,
somebody kept the whole podcast times are short.
yeah,
The other ones cut a
yeah.
little bit, which is
So
fine. I've been watching myself checking
yeah,
them out.
yeah.
It
So
works, so
what I'm thinking about doing one day,
okay.
I'm not
All
sure
right.
when, but
Okay.
one day,
In the future.
future, is find either a local wrestler or someone around, maybe my friend even, um, since he's an educator
That's fine.
and he ran a wrestling school, and
That's fine.
see if we can do an episode for people who want to go into wrestling only,
Yes, that's what we should
not
do
for
for the inside.
fans,
No, that's for
not for
inside
fans,
extra people who want to be wrestlers. It's either inside because a lot of schools are
just
different.
just
Depends who
something
runs it.
for people who want to be wrestlers.
Right, what you have to have and what you don't have, what things
Yeah,
like
yeah.
like let's get good inside corner of these schools. That way we
Get
know
the
that way we
inside
know
scoop
and
of it.
understand wrestling more. We almost
Yeah,
understand the training in wrestling because not like what WWE's doing LFTs, they're already been trained.
yeah,
They're
yeah.
just trying to go to the next level.
So
But I'd like to know about more the schools themselves,
yeah,
what disciplines are,
yeah,
how you train, how much you have to pay to get to train, how much heart you need, how much stuff you need to correct yourselves, and how they hurt the wrestlers just to make sure they can take it.
yeah.
Because these teachers will actually hurt you. I want to learn more about the training
Definitely,
industry, not the schools like today. I mean the old school tradition, the old school stuff, the
definitely,
locals. I'd like to learn more about
definitely,
that. Instead, I
definitely.
can't find hardly anything online. Only from
You
certain
can't.
wrestler DVDs from the older wrestlers when they do biographies. That's the only time I find out. They don't talk much.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can actually talk to more
That's
people respectfully to learn more about the industry, the training, and all that.
yeah,
Because I'm kind of interested about that part. That's the only part I do not know.
yeah,
Everything else
yeah,
I know.
yeah.
Just the training we want to start. That's the only thing I do not know. I would like to learn that. No rush.
Okay,
I would like to learn that. That
okay.
way I'll
So
know the industry I know now.
so
So,
even as a fan and
yep.
as someone who's been in the ring only one time,
Yeah,
I
I never been
can.
in the ring, so don't tip me
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
ring.
yeah, yeah.
I've done enough playing in school. I've done enough
Yeah,
playing in
yeah,
school for
yeah.
20, for 10, 10,
Um,
12 years. I'm
yeah.
pretty much
There,
tired of playing.
it was a backyard wrestling ring
Oh yeah,
situation.
the backyard wrestling. Yeah,
Yeah,
you had that
yeah.
allowed
It's
around here.
not.
It allowed around here too. A lot of backyard wrestlings.
Yeah, yeah. So
Especially in
backyard
Rochester when
wrestling.
especially Rochester when Brody Lee was wrestling.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It was popular in his state.
Yeah,
Outlaw
yeah.
wrestling, outdoor wrestling, that was more popular
It's
than regular wrestling was.
yeah,
That
yeah.
lasted longer because people did it in their backyards.
So the thing with backyard wrestling is that it is very amateur pro wrestling style. So they'll do
Unless you've been trained a little bit in the school.
yeah, yeah.
That's when you know they know what they're doing.
Many people that actually run
They're
it,
stupid. They're stupid if they try to do it on their own.
yeah,
They can really
yeah.
hurt
Many people
themselves.
that run it are independent guys that
Or
to
your best friend or your buddy think they know wrestling.
yeah, yeah.
basically.
Some of them have taken like a few good lessons
Yeah,
in
not much.
wrestling school and try to apply it there. The guy that I worked with for that,
Hmm.
I was just supposed to be an extra for the camera. I was supposed to
Right.
be in the crowd and things, and we ended
Yeah,
up I ended up
I get
being
it.
in the ring
Yeah, I
because it
get
was
it.
just me and
There needs to be something
when
to concentrate on, like when ECW did, they concentrated on certain guys that kept going every week.
yeah
Like the guy wore the hat, and then the long guy had metal guy that you show all the time.
yeah
That's trying to keep their
yeah
trying to get
yeah
their
yeah
reactions from the people that are already there. Get there
yeah
because they're like key react. It's called key reactor.
yeah
You
yeah
concentrate one person and get their key reaction.
yeah.
That's what
So
they call. That's what I call them. I don't know what they call them. That's
yeah
what I
yeah.
call them. Key
So
reactors.
yeah, when I talked to my friend about what happened,
Right.
the red flags just popped up to him
Yes, you
about it.
can't talk about certain things that happen. They're a red flag.
Yeah, yeah.
Red flag, that means they don't want to talk about it or they can't talk about it.
So
That's the
he
thing.
asked me for like the information there. He did his own research and said, "Yeah, you don't want to be involved in that because that
No.
could get you really hurt with
Authorities are involved. That's why
yeah,
because authorities are involved. You can get in serious trouble
yeah,
and
yeah,
charged for that.
yeah,
That's why I say we all stay away from red flags. We don't need to do that.
yeah, yeah. So
It says
there are
red
some
flag on it, says
certain
red flag on it,
you
then we
can
don't go for it.
go you can go to wrestling schools
Yeah, there's
and take
a lot of them
wrestling.
now. Well, run by wrestlers now. It's not main independent
Yeah,
schools
yeah,
anymore.
yeah. You can do wrestling schools and do wrestling classes, but be aware of your surroundings with that.
Anything can happen
Um,
that could be controversial.
so because if you do the backyard wrestling scene, it's not as controlled.
No, they'll do anything. They'll
That
do
they'll do
blast
anything
everything. It's
for
mostly hardcore stuff. That's what they
yeah,
concentrate on
yeah,
more.
yeah.
And a lot
You,
of people got killed from that stuff. A lot of people got hurt, but they still.
it's
We
not
don't do
that
much around here. They don't do much around here anymore. It's kind of banned because of the
yeah,
because few people got killed and people got seriously injured. So then ban backyard wrestling. If you do backyard wrestling
yeah, yeah,
organization, you can't do the violence.
yeah.
You have to do regular
It's
wrestling. No violence,
yeah,
unless you're trained,
yeah.
constantly
You
trained,
gotta
not
be
semi
fully
trained,
trained to do it.
fully trained to do that, to control the environment for
You
to run the
cannot
organization. You
when it
cannot
comes
do
to
that.
backyard wrestling, you cannot start out in a backyard wrestling style.
Right.
You
No,
cannot
Brody
do
Lee
that.
did because he learned wrestling because him and his buddies learned wrestling school full term. And that's when they continued the backyard wrestling. They knew what they were
Yeah,
doing.
yeah.
That's the
Because
only backyard wrestling school was the one in Rochester that they knew what they were doing. They trained
yeah,
for
yeah.
years. You watched the
So
documentary on Tubi about Brody Lee's life. It's an independent documentary. Talk about his
yeah,
friends that helped start it and how they reacted when he went up in higher ranks, how they went up higher ranks, and how he became a big star, and how he didn't forget about his friends behind scenes that helped him start. It's really good documents. It's like almost 2 hours. You can early years, you'll see him without the beard. You'll
yeah.
barely recognize him. You see the early
I've
videos
seen
he
them.
does.
I've
It shows
seen
him
it.
early videos of wrestling, just wrestling, no hardcore, just actually just say all wrestle. Never use any hard unless they need to once in a while. They never concentrate on the hardcore stuff,
Yeah,
just wrestling. That's what they concentrate more about.
yeah,
They did it for the love of wrestling, not just because they wanted to do it like everybody else did.
yeah,
They loved it. They wanted to learn. That's
yeah.
a good documentary. It's Brody Lee. I forgot what it is.
So
It's on Tubi. Get on
yeah,
Tubi, you find it. Please
yeah,
watch it. It is over two
yeah,
hours. It is all videotapes of his whole career till they allowed to show WWE stuff.
yeah.
The rest of it's all
So
regular videotape of him being himself.
yeah,
It is a good,
so
it's a good movie. Check it out.
yeah,
It's a good
yeah.
documentary.
So when I went over there to be an extra and
Right.
things,
Continue on with that.
the
Sorry.
guy was really expecting more guys to show up than me and the actual wrestler that
Right.
was there.
Right.
So obviously he had shoulder issues. I've had shoulder issues in my past as well. But
I got bad back issues,
yeah,
so
yeah. So
that's for my job.
yeah,
That's been working too much my job, so
yeah, yeah.
I
But
can't get fully fixed. I got fixed to where I can stand up and
yeah,
walk, but I'm not paying
yeah.
wrestling
But
money.
he was still recovering. He was still recovering, and I was like, you know, if you need a referee, I can just do that. Just show me the ropes and things. If you need me for an extra a manager or whatever, do that. And the issue that I felt was going on was that even though that he was trying to help the guy out do his
Right.
stuff,
Right.
they were really being pushed back
Mhm.
a lot, teaching me the ropes
Right.
of the ins and outs of wrestling.
Right.
Because if this is because when you're starting out and you're on your first day as a wrestler,
Right.
they have to show you every little thing. They have
The
to
tricks.
tell you
Tricks
exactly
of
how
wrestling.
to run the ropes. They
Yep.
have to tell you on how to take a bump, how to start out the match, how
Yep.
to
The
enter the
advanced
ring.
learning. Advanced learning.
You know, all these lessons that takes about 4 or 5 sessions
Right.
at once, all at once.
Right.
So, so they had to do that
Okay.
with me,
Right.
and they also had to. He has to teach him some additional moves that he can do at his size. So, um, and I'm trying to prove myself, showing that I'm comfortable with this
Right.
and everything. Um, but the issue that they don't realize is that the
Right.
reason why that I did not come back is not because of the training regiment or anything.
Oh. Oh. Okay.
It's not that. I was more than willing to come back. They,
Right.
they did not call me back though. But the
Understandable.
the issues that came down was the distance there because I did not realize that it was North Mississippi. So after they
Right.
realized where I came from, the thing that he said was, "I did not realize that it reached down to North Mississippi. I do apologize." He apologized to me, saying
Okay.
that he was only hoping for people more local, so he doesn't have to worry about. So
Right.
once he figured out the gas situation and
Huh.
things, he did not really say don't come back or anything.
He probably
He
wasn't comfortable.
Yeah, he was more like understanding of it, pay
Right.
for my gas to get back.
Right.
Um and he was giving out the vibe of, if you want to come back you can. But he would really recommend that I do more local. That's one of the things that he told me is that I would recommend that you do more local shows near your area and
Yeah, that's not something
things.
he's looking for as
Yeah,
far because
yeah,
you don't want to pay gas for people too far away. You don't know
yeah,
just
yeah.
very locally.
And he was like, you know, I'm okay with training you, but I
Very
cannot
understandable.
pay you and train you at the same time. You're supposed to be paying me to train you. And he
Uh
charged
huh.
like $80
Give me.
for lessons. And I'm sitting
Right.
there like, okay, that's no big deal. You
Hmm.
know, just let me know whenever y'all do have some more shows so I can actually figure out what I can do. Now, being more communication
Uh huh.
so I can actually figure out what to do. And
Right.
being we'll go from there.
Yeah, I hate
Um
to interrupt you.
then
You're right. This is the longest podcast ever, Timmy.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Goes by quickly here.
So so I
Don't mind
so
it.
then
There's something to do.
um at one of the festivals, fall festival
Okay.
that
All right.
year, um I go to my friend who's running his own thing, and I inadvertently mentioned it. I was trying to avoid talking about it. I
Right.
inadvertently mentioned it to him,
Oh boy.
and he looks into it and he just does not recommend it to me because it's backyard wrestling and very dangerous. And he said it was just full of
Yes.
amateurs.
Yes, because a lot
Yeah,
of people don't
yeah, yeah.
realize it takes a lot of training to do that. You can't
There's
just
a
do
lot
it.
of danger to it.
Yes,
That was his.
stupid.
That's the main defense.
Stupidity is what I call it.
Yeah,
They use violence. If they were just wrestling, that's fine. But if they're using
yeah, yeah,
violence, that's freaking stupidity. 'Cause I've seen so many injuries from backyard wrestling.
yeah, yeah.
It ain't pretty,
So
folks. It can turn your
yeah,
stomach.
yeah, and
Believe me, I've seen the
yeah,
injuries.
and when I talked to the guy running the show, I talked to him about some concerns to make sure that I don't get hurt.
Right? Yeah, it
Yeah,
can
yeah,
happen.
yeah. Because I'm brand new at this.
Yeah, backyard
I,
wrestling don't care about anything. They'll hit the referee, hit anybody.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's how
And
backyard wrestling
I'm
works.
like, you
No
know,
rules. No rules at all.
let's start with the light stuff first. To get me used to it, and then we can work on the heavier stuff.
Right.
One of the things that I was hoping to do was jump off the top rope, because it's very thick padding.
That's kind of dangerous. You gotta really
Yeah,
train for
yeah,
that.
yeah. And
You
he
can't just
told
jump
me
off the rope.
some
You gotta do it a
techniques
certain
on
way.
how to jump off the top rope.
Yeah, a certain way of
Um,
doing it to be safe.
yeah, there's certain ways to do it, and he
Yes,
told
there's
me,
several safe ways to do it. Looks dangerous,
yeah,
but several safe ways to do it.
yeah, yeah. And he also shared video clips of Macho Man Randy Savage jumping off.
Yes, he was
He
his
did it
father.
the
His
safest.
father, he really loved wrestling after his career ended.
Yeah,
He really learned the sport.
yeah,
He's one of the few people
and
actually learned the sport.
yeah, and what people don't
Not many.
know is
Not
that
many.
he landed on his hip.
Yes, that's one of the moves. You land on your
Yeah,
hip
yeah,
through the elbow. You don't want to land your arm like Guerrero did when he did the frog splash and his arm when he first got in WWE. He didn't
yeah,
protect himself. He didn't
yeah.
land on his hip. He landed on his arm so
You
that
you
he
gotta
slipped off the
protect
rope.
yourself and your opponent.
And you gotta be careful because sometimes you slip off the rope and you injure yourself, like
Yes.
Guerrero did in his second week in WWE because he
Yeah.
did a frog splash and he
Yeah.
slipped off the rope.
Yeah.
Because anything can
So
happen. Wrestling ain't safe if you think you are, but a lot of things happen that actually happen. You probably see on
yeah,
TV a
yeah,
lot. People getting injured.
yeah.
They might
So
be experts, but injuries still come the same.
yeah. So when you see the YouTube videos of how a move is done, you see the dynamics of it.
Right.
Um,
You gotta do a certain way. You
you have
gotta
to
be
do it
safe.
one certain way and that way only.
If you do a
Uh,
do it like a do if you do a splash, you must
there's
land your stomach first before you land your
yeah,
arms.
yeah. There
And
there
if you do
are
like an axe hammer like Rushman did, you gotta land on your hip.
yeah.
Or even the flips,
So
you gotta make sure the flips are exactly where you want them.
yeah,
You gotta
yeah, yeah,
practice on those flips. It doesn't
yeah,
do in the ring. It's all
that,
practice beforehand.
yeah.
That way you can handle the
So
flips and stuff.
so that concludes part 4 of our Kayfabe series. As I said before, there may be a 5-part series of this. Um, Turns out I'm right. um, so yeah, we are definitely going to have a part 5. There's only 30 minutes left of this, so don't worry. Only 30 more minutes left of the show or this episode. So next week we are going to break down some other moves, like the spear and things, um, and talk about some other fun topics as well. Um, so be ready for that. Um, it's going to be the last series of kayfabe. Um, so be excited, be ready, watch the others. We have a lot. It has been a lot to cover, and we got a lot more to talk about in the last 30 minutes. Um, so yes, yes. So after that, we're going to have a few special announcements for the upcoming shows. I am really looking forward to the next adventure, I should say, for the next series that we're going to do. I may bring out some special guests. Who knows? And hopefully, we'll be able to actually have something good going for us later on. I'm also working heavily on my Broken Goalpost podcast. So if y'all have any special requests for the Broken Goalpost, football wise, let me know. If you have any players, former players that you want to talk about, coaches, plays, anything like that, go ahead and shoot me a message and say what all you would like to include on that, and we'll do a special episode on that. I will do a special episode on that. So yeah, be ready. Let's have some fun here. Um, Other than that, this has been the Jedi 08. Thank you and goodbye.